day of commissioning. Today is a day of recruiting and discerning. So we're going to say three things today. Bless you, need you, and think through. Bless you, need you, and think through. Let's see if I can use those to explain what I'm on about. First, bless you. We've come through a jolly hard time, haven't we? I think for many of us, perhaps this was some of the hardest years of our lives, and it's still not over. And during that time, I know many of us feel deeply indebted to all those who have served us all the way through this pandemic. There are too many to mention, and if I start, I'm probably going to miss someone. So I just want to say to all of our volunteers, every single one who's serving week in, week out, Sundays, midweek, seen and unseen, often at huge personal cost, thank you. Thank you and bless you, both now and in the future. You know who you are. Secondly, need you. Need you. During 18 months of the pandemic, we've had to change a lot. We've had to pause or adjust some of the things that we did before, and we're currently still in that reopening phase. But increasingly, I'm sensing people want to get back in person. And not just on Sundays, but in the ministries they've enjoyed through midweek. So the demand is going up, but the supply is not yet catching up, okay? We haven't got all the teams in place to serve them. So we need you and you. So whether you're new to serving in the church or you've done it for years, we need you. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 10 says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others. We've had bless you, we've had need you, and finally, think through. Through the pandemic, some ministries have continued. Other ministries have paused and are now restarting. And there are other ministries still where if you're in leadership there or you're volunteering, you may be unsure about what the next steps are. And let me say, if that's where you find yourself, that's absolutely fine. Now is the time to think through. For every ministry that we have, there are three possible ways forward. We can continue with that ministry. We can wait to see what we need to do with that ministry, or we can stop doing that ministry. And those are really, all three of them, ways forward. And we don't want to be afraid of any one of them. And I guess today is the day where I need to say quite explicitly, let's not be afraid of stopping. To wrap up a ministry is not a fail. It's definitely a whole load better to wrap up than to dry up. For every ministry, with God's help, we need to think through, not how are we going to carry on doing what we did before, but what does it need? Do we genuinely have the heart? Do we have the resources? Do we have the ability to meet that need? And above all, do we feel a genuine sense of calling from God in it? Because any ministry that we do that isn't fueled by God's Holy Spirit is going to very quickly exhaust us, and we're going to have had enough. We'll give up. At the same time as encouraging us to think, okay, are there things that we need to stop? I want to say we need to be open to whatever new things the Lord may be calling us to. So bless you, need you, think through.